Welcome back to my tarot channel. So today I'm going to read the cards for you that I pre-shuffled and then spread. So today's reading is about relationships, about connections, about attachments, but not necessarily connections and attachments that are physical, but also connections and attachments towards belief. Certain things that we might have brought from our family, from our culture, from our parents, the surroundings. So beliefs and ideas that we find important in our life. And these ideas are safe and keep our connections, our relationships safe. And we sometimes believe that if we go out of those lines, circles, if you start thinking outside of that box that your family believes in and your surroundings, your friends, your social circle believes in, that you might not have the agreement that you've been working on and you've been built. However, without change, without being different, without making new friends, without learning something new, without opportunities that we can take, we are just prisoners of our past, prisoners of our parents' past, our culture's past. So the cards today really saying to us that it's not fun to be a prisoner. It's not fun to be trapped in old dogmas, in a place where we don't feel safe, where we don't feel enough. Because these dogmas, these prison cells, these bars, keeps us away from our best self, our true self, our potentials. So sometimes the cards are saying that it's better go back to the past and try to identify what are those beliefs started, what are those fears started, what your parents told you about love, about relationships, about money, about business, about life, studying, working. Can you make your living just being an employee? Or told you, no, that's just slavery. Can you have a relationship, a loving relationship? Or you were told that this is just temporary, shouldn't trust anyone. So these are the beliefs are coming from really old times. Sometimes generation, building, and they are self-fulfilling prophecies sometimes. So the cards are asking for the better future. You know, when visit your past, visit your memories, because when you were little, these dogmas, these ideas, these connections towards and with things, ideas, ideologies were non-existent. We learned them, and sometime or somebody, someplace is teaching us throughout our development. So go back to the place and go back to the time where you were a little child, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the playing with the toy, or running around in a park carelessly. If you can visit that time, if you can go back in memory lane, and then you build yourself up and your mental structure, then there will be things that will just won't matter anymore, because you realize that those ideas are not yours. And you as an adult now have an opportunity to change, to think differently, to feel differently. And when you do that, you'll feel yourself like a superstar. you will feel that there is no need to be hiding, there is no need to be keeping yourself under control. You can free yourself. Physically, you can free yourself mentally, emotionally, because you are not holding any more burdens. You are not carrying any more burdens with you. And that physical, mental, and emotional burdens, when they freed up, then you will feel in a physical level, in a financial level, when it comes to abundance, when it comes to what you deserve, then you get to the place where you will be so content, because it's going to be a new you. And sometimes if you feel like, well, never enough, never is enough, you're always grinding, going, running, fighting, you might realize, maybe I'm enough, and what I have is enough. It makes me happy, and I don't need more. Or maybe you are in a relationship and you say, well, this is boring. I feel kind of predictable, and it's just, there is no, and maybe you realize, you know what else is to be there? And we go down to what's the meaning of life? What's the meaning of a relationship? What's the meaning of wealth and abundance? Is it important? Well, if you go back, you might find different answers. Because you were abundant when you were a child. You had everything when you were a child. And what happened throughout the journey that you said, well, it's not enough for me. I want more. I want this. I want that. I demand to have more. And you know what? If you do this way, if you go back in time and you go and discover your memories, you might discover memories that you haven't thought of for such a long time. Maybe if you talk to your parents, maybe if you talk to your relatives who were there when you were a child, and ask stories from them, you may realize that everything that you thought it's in a certain way, or it was, or happened in a certain way, turned out that it actually wasn't, and that has many sides to that story. And you know what that gives you? If you devote yourself to finding out not the news, but the old stories, a gift of freedom. You will be gifted with the freedom of peace, a peace of mind, a peace of body, a peace of peace. So I am suggesting you to spend some time meditating over your past, about your memories, the journey you went through, that where you become and who you become now, from the time when you were just a little happy child. And if you can find the best memories in there, and maybe even rewrite certain memories, then you're going to have a much better present and an even better future. Thank you.